Yes, Bhavani, let's start with self-introduction.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I have total 6+ years of experience, and my relevant experience is 3+ years. And I'm currently working in DXC Technologies. In this company, I am working past 3 years. During this period, I have involved in couple of CRM projects, and I have good knowledge in out-of-box functionalities, and I have experience in CRM customizations. And I have hands-on experience on CRM customizations like creation of entities, forms, fields, views, charts, dashboards. And I have involved in development activities like workflows, plugins, JavaScript, and business rules. And I have worked on both implementation and support projects. Mainly, I am involved in the support projects. And coming to my roles and responsibilities, daily I do have sync up calls with my team lead and manager. In this call, we will discuss about the assignments and tasks and requirements. And I will work on the given task and I will provide the update to my team lead through email by the end of the day. And let me summarize my skill set. I do have good experience in CRM customizations, like implementing business rules, workflows, security roles, and JavaScript and form design. Along with the working knowledge of Power Platform, I have knowledge on Power Automate, Canvas of model-driven apps, and Power Portals. Yeah, this is the myself answer.
Yeah, fine. So I do work on the assigned task and చెప్పండి, not assignments. Okay.
Okay,
So task
okay,
you have to consider it as a task. So what are all
okay.
components are there in the CRM?
Yeah, components, entities, work, process, web resources, and
Hmm.
dashboards, plugin, SDK plugin assemblies,
So
mm,
fine. So what is calculated field in CRM?
calculated field. Calculated field, it is automatically calculates the other fields data in the same same form.
And how about the ruler field?
Roll of fields, it will use it to auto. It is use it, it will aggregate the related fields from the different forms looped into the single value.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like, do you have experience with business rules?
yeah, yes.
So what is purpose of business rule?
Purpose of business will means business will we have used it for the to automate the user functionality without writing any code and without writing any code we can implement our logic on the fields and forms.
So what are all actions we can do using business rule?
And by using business tool, we can perform the actions and uh, lock or unlock the fields and set mandatory, set default field value and show error message and set visibility of the field and add recommendations. These are the actions we can perform on the business tool.
And may I know the purpose of the business rule? Sorry,
Purpose,
scope of the business rule.
yeah, we have scope if we means it is we have three types of scope in the business rule. If we set
Hmm.
the scope of the business as all functions, whatever we are implementing our actions, actions will be work for the all forms. If we set our scope as specific form means our action will be triggered and only on the specific form. And if we set our scope as entity means it will work for the both client side and server side validations. Uh, if we, it will work for the that entity.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many types of forms are there in CRM?
Um, Yeah, we have four types of forms: main form, quick create form, and quick view form, card form.
So what is purpose of each one of them?
Main form, it will be used for the predefined actions, whatever means if we want to add all fields, we can add that all the fields in the main form, and it will be given by the system default. And quick create form means if we want to if you want to see any child records in the parent means we have to create the quick create form, and quick view form means uh, if you want to see the parent information on the child inform child entity, at that time we have to create quick view form. And card form we will not use in the real time, but it will be useful for the mobile applications for that.
Okay. So do you have experience with solutions?
Yeah, yes.
So what type of solutions are there?
We have two types of solutions, managed and unmanaged solutions.
So what is the difference between both?
Mm, In unmanaged solution, if we are exporting the solution, at that time if we are importing the solution, at that time we have to select manual publish if and changes will reflect to the user automatically. And if we are importing the managed solution, we no need to select publish manually. It will publish automatically, and changes will reflect to the user means immediately. And if we delete any unmanaged solution, the components under solution will not get deleted. And if we delete managed solution, the components under solution will also get deleted. And we cannot do any customizations in this managed solution, but it is possible to do customizations in the unmanaged solution.
So what are all access levels are there in CRM?
Uh, we have five types of access levels: user based access level, unit based, business unit, and parent and child, and organization and none.
So what is the purpose of each one of them?
If we set access level as none means user cannot have any access to view their records. But if we set access level as user means user has access to their own records. For business unit, user can view access to their own records, and he also access for the his business related is under his business related access. Um, and the parent child user has the access to their own records and his child records, and he has he has also access to business under him. And if we set access as organization means user has access throughout the organization.
Okay. How many types of workflows are there?
Yeah, we have two types of workflows: synchronous and asynchronous workflows.
So what is the difference between both?
In synchronous workflow, user no need to wait until is logic will execute.
Mm.
Sorry, in synchronous workflow, user has to wait until his logic has to complete. In asynchronous workflow, user no need to wait until his logic has to complete. And in synchronous workflow, if you want to see the changes, then page refresh is no need. But in asynchronous workflow, page refresh is required to see the changes. And in synchronous workflow, we can stop the synchronous workflow by giving the action as stop workflow, and we can give status as cancelled, and we can show the error message also. But it is not possible in the asynchronous workflow. And synchronous workflow, it is not possible to add the wait condition, but in asynchronous workflow, we can add the wait condition. In synchronous workflow, we can execute the workflow as running user context or owner of the workflow, but it is not possible in the asynchronous workflow. It will execute with the owner of the workflow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like what is the plugin pipeline stages in
Uh,
CRM?
yeah. We have three types of plugin pipeline stages: pre-validation, pre-operation, and post-operation.
So what is purpose of each one of them?
Mm. In pre-validation, our plugin executes before any security checks, and in pre-operation our plugin will execute after the security checks, but our plugin executes before data saves into the server. In post-operation stage, our plugin will execute after the data saves in the server.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So what is purpose of filtering attributes?
Um, so if we want to make any changes on the particular, if we want to execute our plugin on the particular fields data chain, at that time we have to use these filtering attributes to select the particular fields.
Okay.
Yeah,
So like what are all messages are there in the plugin?
messages.
Hmm.
Yeah, we have create, update, and retrieve multiple um, and associated it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say I have the account entity. In account
Okay.
entity, there is a option set field. Option set field name is country.
Okay.
Okay, I do have the three countries in the drop down. So India and then Malaysia, then Singapore. Option one
Okay.
option set is there country. Country is having the three options India, Malaysia, Singapore. So if I log into the system, okay, and
Okay.
let's say I have the two users, user A, user B, and in user entity also I have the country drop down. Country is the option, global option set. I have used two places. One is at the user level, one is at the account entity level. So let's say if I log into the system, if I'm from the at my user level, if I'm from the India, I want to show only India related records from the account entity.
Okay.
So how can we achieve this requirement? Is the requirement clear?
Can you explain again?
So I have the drop down field, option set field from
Okay.
user entity and also from the account entity. And in
Okay.
user entity, so it will helpful to identify user is from which location, which country, whether the person is from Singapore or Malaysia or India. So if the logged in user is from the India, in account entity I have the 100 records and 30 is from India, 30 is from Malaysia, remaining from the Singapore. So I want to show if user click the account from the sitemap, if I log in with India user, I want to show only India records. Other records, I don't want to show.
Okay.
So this is the requirement. How can we achieve?
Sure, no idea.
Okay. So let's say I have another requirement. So
Okay.
the requirement is I have the account and contact entity.
Okay.
And account is a parent, contact is a child.
Okay.
So while I'm creating the contact records, I have I have to select the account. Account is a mandatory. So account lookup field will be there, right, on child entity.
Yeah, yes.
So account is mandatory. So in account entity, I have an option set status, status active and inactive. Okay. So if I select active account, then I expect system should create the like contact. Let's say while creating the contact record in the account lookup, I selected one of the account record. If that account is active, then only I need to allow the contact creation. If account is inactive, I want to restrict the contact creation, saying like the account is inactive, you cannot proceed with the child records creation.
Okay.
So I want to allow only the active records, active accounts.
Okay.
Did you understand the question?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So how do we achieve this requirement?
By using relationship behaviors, we can use the configurable cascade as
No, no. I want to show some validation message to the user. Let's say I'm creating the contact record. While creating the contact, if selected account is inactive, I don't want to allow users to create contact. I want to restrict the contact record creation and also show message to user the selected account is inactive. You cannot create the contact.
yeah. We can go with pre-validation stage.
Do you mean with the plugin, is it?
Yeah, yes.
So can't we implement with the workflow? Did you understand the question?
Uh,
Is question clear?
yeah.
Yeah, so you practically validate after the session.
Okay.
So I have another requirement. So I have the account and contact. Account is a parent, contact is a child. So we
Okay.
do have the owner field, right?
Yeah, yes.
So I do have the one of the account record. Like account name is Ashok Dynamics Technologies. One record is there, and the
Okay.
owner of that record is user A.
Okay.
And Ashok Dynamics Technology is having the child records, contacts. I do
Okay.
have 5 child records, and
Okay.
5 child records also assigned to user one, same user as a parent.
Okay.
So whenever if someone trying to change the parent owner, my expectation is the child records owner also should assign to the new person automatically. Let's say
Okay.
if at parent level means if I change the owner of the account, somebody else, so the child records also should automatically assign to the new member. So how can we achieve this requirement? Is this question clear?
Yeah, yes.
So how can we achieve? What are all relationship types are there in CRM?
Uh, Relationship types, three types. One to many to one, and many to many.
So relationship behaviors.
Uh, Four types. Parental, referential, and referential restrict, configurable cascading.
Okay.
Yeah, previously you said scenario. For that we can go with parental, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I'm thinking that only that I'm confusing.
Fine, no problem. So
Uh,
how many types of plugins are there?
how many types of plugins?
Yeah.
Two types of plugins, synchronous and asynchronous plugins.
So what is the difference between both?
In synchronous plugin, user no need to wait the until execution of the plugin. It will once plugin is executed, changes will reflect immediately. But in asynchronous plugin, plugin execute in the background, but user has user no need to wait for the execution of the plugin. Mm, mm, Sorry, completion of the plugin. And in synchronous, if we are working with the bulk complex data, if we try to save any record means it will take some time to save the record in the saving screen. But in asynchronous plugin, if we work with the same complex data, it will take fraction of seconds to save the our saving screen. And
Mm-hmm.
mm, yeah, that's it.
Can I convert a synchronous plugin into post operation?
Asynchronous plugin.
Yeah, post operation plugin. I do have the post operation plugin. Can I
Okay.
convert into asynchronous mode?
Yeah, yes, we can convert.
And can I convert pre-operation plugin into asynchronous mode?
No, it's not possible.
So what is the reason?
Because pre-operation plugin, it will execute before data saves into the server. But in asynchronous means it will execute after the data saves in the server. So it's not possible to convert into the asynchronous mode.
Okay. Like what are all the images are there in the plugin?
We have two types of images, pre-image and post-image.
So what is purpose of both of them?
Pre-image, if we want to retrieve the data, existing data before if we make changes in the our data, and it means if we will fetch the old records, and post image means it will give us the new values.
Okay. So let's say I have a requirement, an account record update. Let's say I'm updating the account record
Okay,
and I do have the three fields: account address, account registration number, and the account type. Three fields are there. Okay. If
okay,
any one of these field is updated, I want to
okay,
create an I want to create another record in the one of the child entity automatically.
okay,
Let's say any one of this field is updated. I want to capture the latest values of these three fields and create a new record in the account transaction table. There is one more entity, account transactions. In the account transactions, I want to automatically create the new record with the latest values of these three fields.
Okay.
So how can we do?
Yeah, for this we can do with the post operation stage, and we have to use the mm, we have to use the pre-image concept.
So why pre-image? Why not post-image? As per
Um,
the requirement, we need latest data, right?
yeah, yes, sorry.
So why do we go with the pre-image?
Yeah, we have to go with the post image.
Okay.
Sorry.
So how can we avoid the infinite loops in plugin?
Mm. Yeah, we have to use plugin depth to avoid the infinite loops.
Plugin
Um,
depth is a.
yeah,
Mhm. So I have another requirement. So
okay,
the requirement is I have the two entities,
okay,
account and contact. So if someone trying to account is a parent, contact is a child.
okay,
So if someone trying to delete the contact record, let's say I'm trying to delete the contact record. So my
okay.
expectation is so contact will have the lookup, right? Lookup for the parent, right?
Yeah, yes,
So if the selected parent record is active, then I want to restrict the deletion operation, saying like the parent is active, you cannot delete the record.
okay,
It should allow only if the parent is inactive. If the parent is
okay.
inactive, user can proceed to delete. So how can we achieve this requirement? So is requirement clear?
Yeah, can you explain once again?
So the requirement is I do have the account and contact. Account is a parent, contact is a child.
Okay,
So whenever if someone trying to delete the contact,
okay,
if the selected account is active, then we have to restrict the contact record deletion.
okay. Yeah, we have to use relationship behavior referential restrict.
So what is purpose of referential restrict delete? How it will work?
Yeah, if we suppose if you have parent and child both entities means if if you have same related records in parent and child, if you are trying to delete the any record in parent means child means that child is restricting to delete the records in parent.
So that means a parent record deletion restriction, right?
Yeah, yes,
But my case is child record restriction. If someone trying to delete the child record, I want to check the parent record status. If it is active, stop the record deletion.
mm,
Let's say I have the, if you take the Power Bill entity, customer and the Power Bill is a child. If Power Bill, if someone trying to delete the Power Bill, if the selected customer is active, I want to restrict the Power Bill record deletion.
yeah. We have to use configurable cascading behavior.
But the relationship behaviors will work for the parent child, not on the child entity. It will work on the parent entity.
So,
So is question clear to you? First of all, scenario, did you understand the scenario?
yeah, yes. We want to restrict the parent entities active means we want to restrict the child record
Correct,
deletion.
correct. So the cascading behaviors and all, it will work out only at the parent level. Let's say
Okay,
if I'm trying to delete the parent record, if any of the child record is active, I can restrict using the behavior concepts. It's applicable on the parent level, not on the child level.
okay,
Yeah, it's fine. You practically validate.
Okay,
You can do with the workflow actually. You see. Okay.
okay.
So how can we handle how can we do error handling in Power Automate flow?
Mm. Yeah, we have to implement scope. Um, we have to add two scope, and scope one we have to consider as try, and the scope two we have to consider as catch. And uh, and there is a and we have an option. It it has to come to scope two only when the first one is fails. We have to set the configurable setting.
Okay. What is difference between model driven apps and Canvas app?
In Canvas app, we can build for the internal applications, and it is user friendly. Access by using drag and drop, we can place the controls. In model driven app, we don't have the Canvas app like which controls. It is used for the existing tables, fields, and forms. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. So okay. So I have a currency field in the one of the entity. Okay.
Okay.
So let's say so I have account entity. In account entity, I have the account revenue
Okay.
and an account revenue field update. I do have the one of the plugin. Okay. One plugin is there. Whenever someone trying to update the account revenue, the plugin will execute.
Okay.
So my requirement is, let's say account revenue is as of now, it's 100 rupees. And from 100, if someone trying to increase, if it is increasing, then only my plugin logic should process. If it is decreasing, if someone reduce the value, I don't want to process my plugin logic. How can we handle this scenario?
No idea, sir.
So did you understand the question? Is question clear?
Yeah, yes.
So my plugin will execute whether it is increment or decrement. But inside the logic, I want to manage only if it is incremented. For decrement, if it is decremented, I don't want to process my logic. Let's say I'm creating the custom audit history for the revenue field change. But audit history it has to create only if the incremented. If it is decremented, I don't want to create the audit history. How can we do?
Mm.
So what is the most complex task you have worked in your career?
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, in plugins, but time conversion, I have faced the issue. Basically, time conversion is in VTC format, but without changing it to the ISP format, I have implemented my plugin. At that time, I have faced the challenges. So at that time, and I came again back to plugin, and I have changed my plugin from UTC time zone conversion from UTC to and ISP format. This is the complexity I have faced.
Okay. Yeah, fine. I have a requirement. The requirement is, so I want to implement the JavaScript. I want to set one of the field on the form, an account entity. I do have the account type. So account type, I want to set, it's a drop down. In there are two options, are individual and organization. So I want to set value as a individual using the JavaScript. So that is my requirement. So how can we do? What is a triggering event do you use?
Triggering events, we have to use unload of form.
Okay, fine. But I want to set value only for the new records. If I open the existing records, I don't want to set the field value.
Okay.
How can we manage?
Can you repeat again?
So you said the event is onload, right?
Yeah,
So
yes.
onload means it will execute for the new records and it will also execute for the existing records.
Yeah, for both it will work.
But I want to set the individual only for the new records. If I open the existing records, I don't want to set any field value. Basically, set field value it should work only for the new records, not for the existing records. Even though the JavaScript is firing for both, form load means it will execute for the both, whether I
Uh,
create new record or if I open the existing records, for both it will start executing. But the logic set field value should work only for the new. So have you done the assignment like set total marks using JavaScript?
yeah, yes.
So how did you do that? Is there any assignment? It's supposed to work only for the new records, right?
Yeah,
How did you do that?
yeah. For that I
What
have
is the
used
what is the set field value and set default value in the JavaScript?
set field value means it will work for the both new and existing form, but set default value it will work for the only creating new form.
Okay. And what are all variables are there in Canvas app?
We have three types of variables: global variables, clear collection variables, and context variables.
What are all controls are there in Canvas app?
Um, yeah, we have so many controls: text input, text label, and we have buttons, drop down, and containers, and galleries, vertical gallery, horizontal gallery. Yeah, these are all the controls.
And I have a requirement. So in the system, and the leads are getting created from the different sources, like data import or manually or from the integration. So I have a requirement to avoid the duplicates based on the mobile number. How can we do?
Yeah, we can. Uh, yeah, we implement with the Power Automate flow. um,
No, the question is I want to restrict the duplicate records.
duplicate. Yeah, we have to use the keys concept to avoid the duplicates.
Okay.
We have to create the key based on our requirement, and we have to implement this one on the our entity.
Yeah, okay, fine. So how can we manage the data security in the Power Portals?
Yeah, we have to enable the secure input and secure output property. By enabling this, we can manage the data security.
Like not in the Power Automate flow. I'm asking about the Power Portal.
Portal. Yeah, we have to give the table permissions and web roles.
Okay. And where do we store the portal users in CRM?
In contact entity, we can store the portal users.
How can we show the plugin or workflow exceptions to the portal users?
Uh, Under site settings, we have to enable the plugin or workflow um, execution, and we have to set the value as true.
Okay. What is virtual entity in the CRM?
Uh, Actually, virtual entities are we use it for the if you want to see the any um, external website data in the CRM, we have to use these virtual entities, and these are used for the only reading purpose only.
So how can we share data between two plugins?
Yeah, we have to use shared variable concept to share the data between two plugins.
So what type of entity ownerships are there in CRM?
What type of entity ownership? Yeah, we have two types of entity ownership, user or team, and another one is organization.
Hmm. So in the plugin, there is a property secondary entity. Is that right?
Yeah, yes.
So when do we use the secondary entity?
Yeah. Suppose when we are working with the lookup field, at that time we have to use the secondary entity. If we are triggering our message on associated with, at that time we have to use the secondary entity.
Okay. How can you impersonate the plugin?
Mhm. We can impersonate our plugin with three ways. One is by change while creating the state, we have the option uh, running user context. We can change that there. And another one is if GUID is across same all the environments, at that time we can also change. And another one is while writing our plugin code, um, there we have to pass null or particular user ID.
So
Yeah,
let's
that's
say, yeah, fine. So my plugin is working fine in the dev and UIT, but somehow the plugin is getting failed in the production. So how can we troubleshoot? How can we troubleshoot the issue?
we have to change the running user context to admin or system default. By changing that one,
How do we troubleshoot the plugin? How do we debug the plugin?
sorry, okay. Uh, by using trace logs, and we can debug the plugin, and debugger profile also we can use.
Okay. How can we debug the JavaScript?
Yeah, by using debugger keyword, we can debug the JavaScript.
Can you just give me the syntax to set a field as read only using JavaScript?
Yeah, form context dot get control dot field schema name and set uh,
Hmm.
set,
Sorry, set.
set disabled as true.
So what is the limitation with JavaScript when you compare with the business rule?
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah.
And what is the limitation of the Power Automate flow when you compare with the classic workflows? Is there any limitation?
Yeah, workflows we can run either in real time or background, but Power Automate flow it will run on only in asynchronous mode.
Okay.
And for JavaScript, okay,
So if I'm changing the any field value using the business rule, let's say I'm setting the one of the field value using business rule. Okay.
okay,
So on change of that field, can I execute the JavaScript? But the field value is changed by the business rule.
can you repeat again?
So I'm setting the one of the field value using the business rule.
Okay,
Let's say account type is there. Account type I'm setting using the business rule. So
okay,
can I execute the JavaScript on change of that field?
yeah, yes,
So we can execute as a
yeah, we can see it.
yeah, fine. So fine, Bhavani. So uh, you make sure you're comfortable with scenario based questions as well. Like
Okay,
few scenario based questions you are unable to answer, right?
yeah,
You make sure you improve the skill in that area as well, scenario based. Subject wise, you are good. And the
okay,
scenario based questions also you need to tackle.
okay.
Yeah. And fine. And how did you feel by end of our course? మీ కోర్స్ ఎలా అనిపించింది?
Yeah, నాకు కోర్స్ అంటే నేను కోర్స్ లో జాయిన్ అవ్వటానికంటే ముందు నియర్లీ ఒక 2, 3 వేరే వాళ్ళ ప్లాట్ఫామ్స్ మీద నాకు అటెండ్ అయ్యాను, డెమో అటెండ్ అయ్యాను. సో
మ్మ్.
అక్కడ ఏంటి అంటే డైరెక్ట్ గా అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఆల్రెడీ వర్కింగ్ లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు మేనేజర్ లెవెల్లో అలా వర్కింగ్ లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు కోర్స్ చెప్తున్నారు. బట్ ఏంటి అంటే అక్కడ అసైన్మెంట్స్ కానీ ఇలాంటివి ఏమీ ఉండవు. అండ్ ఇంకోటి ఏంటి అంటే డౌట్స్ ఇలాంటివి ఏమైనా ఉంటే మనం నెక్స్ట్ డే తన క్లాస్ మళ్ళీ జాయిన్ అయ్యే వరకు డౌట్స్ వీటన్నిటి కోసం వెయిట్ చేయాలి. బట్ ఇక్కడ ఏంటి అంటే డైలీ మనకి 24 అవర్స్ డౌట్ క్లారిఫికేషన్ అనేది ఉంటుంది. అండ్ అసైన్మెంట్స్ ఇస్తారు. ఈ అసైన్మెంట్స్ మెయిన్ గా ఉమ్, బాగా యూస్ఫుల్ అవుతాయి. ఆ, అంటే క్లాస్ విని వదిలేస్తే అక్కడ ఏం చెప్తున్నారు అన్నది తెలుస్తుంది, కానీ మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాము, రియల్ టైం వర్క్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది ఏంటి అన్నది తెలీదు. సో ఇక్కడ మెయిన్ గా అసైన్మెంట్స్ అనేది ఇంక్లూడ్ చేయటము అండ్ డౌట్ సెషన్స్ పెట్టడము. సో ఇది చాలా హెల్ప్ఫుల్ గా అనిపించింది నాకు. అండ్
మ్మ్.
కోర్స్ కూడా అండ్ నేను యూడెమీలో సబ్స్క్రిప్షన్ తీసుకొని జాయిన్ అయ్యాను. సో అక్కడితో కంపేర్ చేస్తే నాకు అసలు అక్కడ ఏమీ అర్థం అవ్వలేదు. ఇక్కడ ఏంటి అంటే జీరో నుండి సపోజ్ ఇప్పుడు ఏబిసి స్టార్టింగ్ నుండి ఎలా ఉంటది ఏంటి అని స్టార్టింగ్ నుండి చెప్తూ అండ్ తర్వాత తర్వాత మెయిన్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఇంక్లూడ్ చేయటము, ఆ కాన్సెప్ట్ రిలేటెడ్వి చెప్పటం. అండ్ వీకెండ్ వచ్చేటప్పటికి ఆ వీక్ లో జరిగినవంతా అసైన్మెంట్ ఇచ్చి కొంచెం వీకెండ్ లో టైం గ్యాప్ ఇచ్చి అవి కంప్లీట్ చేయమనటం ఇలాగా. అంటే లైక్ స్పూన్ ఫీడింగ్ లాగా ఇలా కోర్స్ ఉంది. సో ఇలా ఉండటం వల్ల చాలా హెల్ప్ఫుల్ గా అనిపించింది. అండ్ బయట ఎక్కడ ఇంత క్లియర్ కట్ గా చెప్తారు అని నేను ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేయలేదు. అండ్ నేను అటెండ్ అయిన డెమోస్ తో కంపేర్ చేస్తే నాకు ఇది చాలా హెల్ప్ఫుల్ గా అనిపించింది ఇక్కడ.
ఓకే, నైస్ నైస్.
యా,
Fine, Bhavani. So best of luck.
యా,
So
థ్యాంక్
you
యూ.
start attending the interviews. Okay.
యా,